In this tutorial, I want to run you through how to manage your product in StoreMantis. So, to begin, go to Catalog and click Products. On the product page that opens, you see a list of all the products you currently have on your website. So let's say we want to add a new product. We start by clicking on the Insert button. On the page that opens up, you'll see different tabs and fields on each tab. Now, on the General tab, the first field, which is a mandatory field, is the product name field. This should be a short descriptive name of the product that you're uploading. So let's say we're going to add a chainsaw. So I can write red chainsaw. Fill in the price of your product. Now this field should be digits only. You shouldn't add currency symbols in this field. So let's make it 9,000. The next field is the categories field. Now in this field, you're supposed to type in a category that you'd like this product to belong to. Now kindly note that this is an autocomplete field. That's why it's written here in brackets, autocomplete. When you see a field like this on StoreMantis, it implies that you're supposed to type in a value, and then a pop-up will appear from which you will now select your desired option. So in this case, let's start typing power, because I've already created a category called tools. Sorry. So let's make that. Okay. So you don't even have to type in the entire word or phrase. You can simply just start typing, and then a drop down will appear with suggestions for you to select from. So if I select tools, the category now appears on the list. Now kindly note that you can actually you can add multiple categories to a product. And it's usually advisable to do this if you have subcategories in your website. So in this case, we have a category called chainsaws, which is a subcategory of tools. So if I would like to add the red chainsaw product into the chainsaws category, what I'm simply going to do is to start typing, and the chainsaws subcategory pops up, and so I select it. So it's very advisable for you to add a product to its top level category as well as a subcategory it belongs to. This is advisable because sometimes your shoppers might want to just see all the products within a parent category. So let's say I'm browsing your website and I'd like to see all the tools that you have, not just chainsaws. If you do not add the parent category tools to the red chainsaw, if you add only the chainsaws, your product will not appear under tools. And so this wouldn't give your shoppers a good experience. So the next field is model. The model field is also mandatory. That's why there's a red asterisk. Whenever you see this red asterisk in StoreMantis, it indicates that that field is mandatory. And so for the model, you can add any code that you'd like to use to distinguish your product on your website. Kindly note that your model is expected to be unique, so try and choose a unique code every time. So in this case, I'll just call this RCH, and the short for red chainsaw. It could be any code. You can choose your code according to your specifications. So in this case, in the next field is the description field. This is simply meant to be a longer text that best describes your product. So I'm just going to write a great chainsaw. The next field is the image field. Now, in the image field, you have two options. There's the quick upload, which is the default option, and there's the browse server option. Now, the quick upload option enables you to easily add a product by selecting it from your hard drive. So if I click select image, my file explorer comes up and I can just select a product. And there's also a field for adding additional images. Now, I could just choose to select image and select another product image. So the quick upload option, as the name implies, gives you a way to easily add images. The next option is, the other option is the browse server option. Now, if you select this option, you're expected to click the browse link, and this brings up your image manager, your StoreMantis image manager. Okay, now the image manager enables you to select images that already exist on your account. So if I browse to see the images that exist, I can choose to select an image, or I could choose to even upload an image from my computer. So this is a little longer. Using the image manager is a little longer, which is why the quick upload option is default. And so the next field is the quantity. By default, it is 1, but it's advisable to increase the quantity to the number of items that you have for sale. So in this case, I'm going to make mine 100. All right, let's scroll up and go to the next tab. The next tab is the Options tab. Now, the Options tab is used for specifying product options to your product. Now, what are product options? When your shoppers are browsing your site and they click a product, if they would like to place an order for the product, typically there may be different variations of that product that you would like them to select from. For example, if a customer wants to purchase a pair of shoes from your store, usually they would like to select their own size or a color if there are different color options for that shoe. So like as is written here, it says configure the options you have already created for examples, sizes, colors, etc. So in this case, I'm gonna select some options. Now this is an autocomplete field as well. So that's why it says here start typing. Now before I add the options, I'd like to view the options that I already have, because if you notice, the text here says configure the options you have already created. Now to view your options, you're expected to have already created the options before you add them here. Now to view them, there are two things you can do. You can either click the Manage Options button here, or you can go to Catalog and click Options. So I'm going to click this and open it in a new tab. All right, so over here I can see the current options that I have. Now these options are not really ideal for my chainsaw, so let's create a new one. Okay, so let's say I'd like to create, my chainsaw comes in different colors, and so I'd like to create a new option called color. Now the next is the type field, which indicates the kind of option that is going to be created. There's select, which is a drop-down menu, just like this is. There's radio, which are radio buttons. These are circular buttons that enables a user select just one option at a time. There's checkbox, which are small square boxes that a user can select multiple options of at once. And there's image, which is an image field, different image fields that a customer can select different images from. Then we have impute, which impute. This is a type of a category of options that enable users to type in text. So we have text, which is just a text field like this, and then we have text area, which is a larger text field that enables users enter multiple paragraphs at a time. There's file, which enables users upload a file, and then there are date options, which enables users specify dates. For example, this is useful if you'd like them to specify, for example, when they would like to receive a kind of order, say like a cake or a gift, for example. So let's leave ours as select because we'd like it to be a select option. And now sort order. This is not a mandatory field. It specifies the order in which the option is going to appear relative to other options. So if you like it to be the first option, you can give it a sort order of 1, for example. So the next thing we're going to do is click Add Option Value. So this is where we start to specify the different colors that we would like our chainsaw to have. Now, kindly note one thing, one very important thing. When you're creating an option, options are reusable, meaning that you don't create options just for a single product. So let's say I have 10 different chainsaws and each of them have 10 color variations. I'm not going to create an option for each of these chainsaws. No, I'm going to create just one option called color. But what I'm going to do is when I'm adding option values, I need to add every single color that all my chainsaws can come in, all 10 chainsaws. So kindly note that you add option values for every use case scenario that your product will require. So in this case, let me add red. Click Add Option Value again. Let's scroll down. Let's add blue. And click Add Option Value. And let's add black. Okay. So now I click Save. Okay, tells us success, we've modified our product. So let's go back to product page. Now, we've created an option called color. So let's start typing color. Okay, so we now can choose from the drop down that appears the color option. Now, the required option here makes it enables us to specify if we would want to make this option mandatory. So if we leave it as yes, it means that customers will not be able to place an order for this product unless they select from any of the options that we are going to specify here. So now let's click Add Option Value. So let's say for our chainsaw, we'd like it to come in red and black, even though we'd call this red chainsaw. Let's change this name to something else. Let's call it Deluxe Chainsaw. Okay, so now if we click Add Option Value, we can see the different options that we created. So let's say we'd like this chainsaw to be available only in red and blue. So we select red, and now it's important you select a quantity. You enter the quantity available for this option. If you don't, the option is not going to be available for your users. So let's give this 100. So let's give this 100. Subtract stock. This option means that if enabled, whenever users place an order and select this option, if they successfully place an order, the quantity would automatically reduce by the number of items they purchase. So if they purchase 2 items, the quantity automatically becomes 98. So the next we have as price and points and weight. So now kindly listen as I explain what these fields do. There are instances whereby you'd have a base price for a product. For example, for this chainsaw, the base price is 9,000. But let's say, for example, the black chainsaws, or let's say the red chainsaws, cost a little less, a little more, rather. And so instead of creating another product, what you can do is simply add the additional price. If you notice, the price has a price plus and price minus. So you can use this if you'd like to add an additional price or subtract a price from your base price if a user selects this option. So I want it to be that when a user selects red, add 100 to the price. So what this means is that if they select this option, automatically the total price they will pay for this product is 9,100. So that's for the price. And then their points. This is used if you'd like users to have discount points when they place an order for this product. So you can choose to enter the point. And there's a weight. Your product, you can specify a weight for your product, but if this option is going to either increase or reduce the total weight of the product, you can add the difference here. So let's add another option value, and let's call this black. Let's select black, enter 100 again. All right, and so that's it for the options. We've added our options for this product. So the next is the data tab. Now in the data tab, we have different text fields for you to specify additional attributes of your product. The first field under the data tab is the meta tag description. In brackets is written SEO, which is short for search engine optimization. So what this means is that this field is useful only for search engine optimization purposes. Now, this field enables you to set the meta tag, the description meta tag for the product. So you may ask, what is the description meta tag? Basically, it is a tag that is an attribute of the page in which this product is gonna be created for this product, that specifies a general description for the page. So this tag is used mostly by search engines when they are indexing the page. So this tag is useful. You can fill it with keywords and short phrases that contain what this product is about. So let's write something that deluxe chainsaw. Okay. Now meta tag keywords. This isn't so useful anymore. It's also a search engine attribute. In the past, search engines use this tag, but they don't really use it anymore, so we can just ignore it. So product tags. This is if you want to specify tags for a product. And then we have additional attributes here. For example, there's the stock keeping unit, universal product code, and a host of other attributes. So you can, if you scroll down, there's the minimum quantity. If you'd like to specify a minimum quantity that customers can place orders for this product, there's subtract stock and a lot of other options which are basically self-explanatory. So you could just go through the product and fill whichever one that applies to your product. The next is the links tab. This is used to specify different attributes that it's called links because you're linking, basically linking existing attributes to this product, similar to the way we did options or categories rather. So, for example, if you've created a list of manufacturers that for your store, you could type in the manufacturer name here. If you created filters, you could add different filters here. if you want to add downloads. Now this is usually if your product is going to have an associated download. It's useful for digital products like ebooks, music, and other digital products, also like software. So related product. This is very useful if you'd like to add alternative products that are similar to this product. So if a user opens up the web page for this product, at the bottom, you'll also see the related products that you specify here. So it's very good for improving sales. Also, there's the attribute tab. This, if you've already created attributes here, you can add those attributes here. There's profiles, discount, special, image, and reward point. These are all optional tabs that are basically self-explanatory. For example, the image tab is very similar to the additional images tab that we used over here. So this is just an alternative way of specifying additional images. It's very useful, especially when you're editing a product. So now that we filled in the required attributes for our product, we click Save. So it says Success Product Saved. If we scroll down, we see our chainsaw added. If you'd like to make modifications to the product, it's a simple matter of clicking the Edit button. So one last thing to note is on the product list page, it gives you options for filtering your product. So if you'd like to search for a specific product, you can simply type in the product name, or if you'd like to filter them by price, you can type in the price, or by status, model, or quantity. You can use all these controls to filter your products. So that's basically how you manage products on StoreMantis.